Are you ready to break the chains of poverty over your life? What a doctor has the remedy. The book, The 10 Commandments to Black Economic Power, is here right now, written by the People Scholar, finance PhD, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Also, buckle your seatbelt because summer 2023 B1, the movie, is about to launch. You definitely don't want to miss that. And here's what you all been waiting for. The All Black National Convention is making a stop in Atlanta. That's right, we coming to the A. October 2023. Make sure you go to boycewatkins.com to get your tickets, or we'll have the link in the description box as well. And if you're about your money like you better be, right? I need everybody to text the word stock to the number 31996. Let's kick it off. So DJ Envy, man, I'll go back for the people. They had a real estate seminar years, maybe this was like 2016, 17, maybe 18. He was going very hard with real estate seminars with this guy named Cesar Pina, which I actually bought his book somewhere in here. We actually paid, I think, $100 a piece to go to that real estate seminar. At that real estate seminar, there was the credit guy, the mortgage guy, and then the real estate people who were DJ Envy and Cesar Pina. And at the time, they were pitching a product together, so as of late, we didn't really know, but we found out through the grapevine that there's been some turmoil. None of those guys are now talking to each other anymore. And in fact, they're both being sued, me and DJ Envy and Cesar Pina and his wife, for real estate fraud. Pretty much somebody's claiming that they ran off or didn't make good on a promise about $1 million or so. Also in that lawsuit, though, DJ Envy claims that he himself was actually defrauded by the Pinas to the tune of about $500,000. So you got that part, and then you got the defamation part. So let's deal with the first part. Then we'll go to the defamation part, where DJ Envy is now suing Tony the Closer for defamation for, saying some things that he thinks isn't true. So how do you feel when you first heard about the lawsuit? Because we had Caesar on, and we, obviously said been to the real estate seminar, and at that point they was thick as thieves.
Yeah, and they introduced us to the credit dude, Jose Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He bought some of his merchandise that day, as well as I even went as far as to mess with his credit program during around the time I was buying my house and things like that. And he does some great things. I mean, that brother is as advertised. If you don't know about credit, he gives you that open door to understand how credit works, and it was dope, right? So introduced us to the mortgage brother. I forgot his name. It's not really ringing a bell at this time, but
Right.
Envy was the liaison for all of these people. We went there because of Envy's name. We seen Caesar. We seen what they were doing. It was in our area. Hell, let's go check this out, see what they're talking about, right?
Word.
Just fresh business owners. Let's see what they got going on in our city so that we can maybe see what we could do out here. It was dope. Everything was cool. Like you said, they were thick as thieves. Everything was tight. Did not expect any of this to be going down. But as the years go on, and as things start really coming out and showing their ugly truth, we see that things weren't exactly what they seem. Now, we never had a problem with Caesar. Had an interview with him. He was very cool, very gracious, but we're not into the paperwork. We've never done business with him to say whether or not he's scamming or not. Envy kind of trying to get himself away from this situation is very, very telling to me. It gives me punk ass bitch type vibes, just to be perfectly honest with you, because if things would have went south with Jose Rodriguez and the credit situation, I would have immediately looked at the credit dude, but also kind of looked at Envy like, damn, you didn't do better vetting. You are out here promoting all this shit and not doing your proper research, and you got people out here taking money from people. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be kind of getting away from the situation where people have invested and people have done things and put their money into Caesar, and whether he's guilty or not has been remained to be seen. But if he is guilty, and Envy doesn't take any culpability for it, I find that the even bigger red flag, because I feel as though he should take some accountability and responsibility, and the fact that he's not smells to me. Yeah. As far as the defamation suit,
right,
I hope that Tony Closer has all his T's crossed and all his I's dotted, because Envy's going to have to come in there and really drop some facts as to what he is defaming him on.
Yeah.
If all of this is true, then Tony Closer is going to look very good in this situation, but we've seen situations, no disrespect to that brother, where he was in a situation where he could have exposed dudes prior to this, and because of situations and neglect on his behalf, it wasn't able to come to fruition. So I hope that all of his shit's lined up correctly. so that if Envy's doing some negative shit and some dirty slime ball shit, it can come out the right way?
I think it's going to be hard, in my opinion. I'm no judge, I'm no jury, I'm no lawyer, for DJ Envy to separate himself from these transactions. That because when you look at it, like I was watching a guy, Common Sense Eli, last night. He was actually playing clips, and a lot of those clips, DJ Envy was the front man, the pitch man, the face, as what Diddy is to Surratt. Like he's talking, Caesar barely said a word. You want to come invest with us. So immediately there, you the one that got the platform, the multi-million platform where you're reaching hundreds of millions of people per month. You're bringing these people on your show, just like no different than the Dr. Umar thing. You and Charlemagne and Angela East bringing him on and exposing him to the fish. It's almost like you taking his fishing rod into a plentiful sea and putting it inside there and say, go take from these people without properly vetting, like you said, these people. So it's like if me and you were together and we're picture something together, right? This is the best way I could probably explain it. We picture something together. Let's say we was doing real estate and, but if you or I were to go and do some shady shit, it would still be on me, but it's still on you because you endorsing me. So you have to come out, at some point, and why you didn't come out and denounce it or denounce me. But you now you're trying to, you're sitting back in the background like everything is cool. You're waiting to talk in court. Nah, you should have been denounced this dude. For what I hear, I don't know if it's true. It's already been things have already been down before this. Obviously, it does before you get to court. Right. It has to be something that has to happen. And then for you to say you ain't get your money from Caesar too, that's crazy. So it's going to be hard, in my opinion, for him to disassociate himself, from the whole operation. But then again, you got Caesar. I want to give his side because I did see a post that he put up. He's pretty much saying like, look, I ain't do none of the shit they, accusing me of. Like I helped a lot of people stabbing me in the back. When we get to court, we're going to see. So that's the story. Nobody did it. Nobody done nothing until you get to court and you get to see the paperwork and shit and see what really happened. But I know what I seen and it looked like they was together, but maybe they weren't on paper. When we go back and find, the discovery in court, it could be different. So we got to wait and see. As far as the defamation lawsuit, you got to be careful the type of information that you put on somebody's name. It's far too often people get excited and they run out there with information and they think that they have it, but they may make one or two false admissions and that could cost you. Look at Tasha K. I got to bring this up. And it's not exactly the same, but defamation is defamation. If you make a statement about someone that's not true and that statement is damaging, they can get remedy. Tasha K made statements about Cardi B that wasn't true. And Cardi B was able to get remedy for that because it wasn't true. And she proved that it wasn't true. So you just got to be careful. I don't know how this is going to end up, but it's messy as hell.
I want to slant real quick, and this is off script, and this may just be for our podcast listeners, and YouTube may not see it. It's whatever we decide to do, and I think it's a good time to talk about Jay Morrison and Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce Watkins. I think it's about that time. I think it's a perfect time because I know there's going to be some people, and deservingly so, that hear us speak and talk about accountability and talk about this, and then at the same time play Dr. Boyce's commercials in the front of all of our videos. They're going to call it a little bit hypocritical. So let's talk about this.